Welcome to my channel. Today, we're starting a special series on how to deal with disrespect using Buddhist teachings. Over the next 10 lessons, we'll explore various principles and practices that can help us navigate disrespect with wisdom and compassion. Let's get started. Lesson 1. Practice compassion. Compassion is at the heart of Buddhist practice. It's about understanding and empathizing with the feelings of others, even those who may disrespect us. In Buddhism, compassion is often cultivated through metta or loving-kindness meditation. This involves silently repeating phrases like, "May you be happy," "May you be healthy," "May you be safe," "May you live with ease," while thinking of various people in your life, including those who have been disrespectful. When someone disrespects us, it's easy to react with anger or hurt. But compassion helps us see beyond the behavior to the suffering that might be causing it. Let's try a short, guided metta meditation together. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and think of someone neutral. Silently repeat these phrases. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. Now think of someone who has disrespected you and repeat the phrases again. Compassion transforms our reaction to disrespect. Instead of responding with negativity, we create space for understanding and healing. Thank you for joining today's lesson on compassion. Practice metta meditation regularly and see how it transforms your interactions. In our next lesson, we'll explore the concept of impermanence. See you then. Lesson 2. Understanding impermanence. Impermanence, or anicca, is the understanding that all things, including our feelings and experiences, are temporary. This can be incredibly freeing when dealing with disrespect. Think about the last time someone disrespected you. It might have felt intense in the moment, but with time, those feelings likely faded. Recognizing that disrespect is transient helps us maintain perspective and reduces its impact on our well-being. Let's practice a simple meditation to observe impermanence. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and focus on your breath. Notice the rise and fall of your chest. Pay attention to any thoughts or emotions that arise, observing them without attachment, knowing they will pass. Understanding impermanence allows us to let go of grudges and not hold on to disrespect. We learn to respond to situations with a sense of calm and detachment, knowing that this too shall pass. That's it for today's lesson on impermanence. Practice observing the transient nature of your thoughts and emotions. Next time, we'll dive into mindfulness and how being present can help us handle disrespect more effectively. See you soon. Lesson 3. Mindfulness and present moment awareness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present in the moment without judgment. It's about paying attention to our thoughts, emotions, and sensations with curiosity and openness. When we face disrespect, our minds often race with negative thoughts and emotions. By practicing mindfulness, we can bring our focus back to the present moment and prevent ourselves from getting lost in these negative spirals. A simple way to practice mindfulness is through breath awareness. Let's try it together. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in, hold it for a moment, and then slowly exhale. Continue to breathe deeply and focus on the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. If your mind starts to wander, gently bring it back to your breath. Mindfulness helps us create a space between the stimulus, the disrespectful behavior, and our response. In this space, we can choose to respond calmly and thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. Another effective mindfulness practice is the body scan. This involves paying attention to different parts of your body, from your toes to your head, noticing any sensations or tension. This practice helps ground us in the present moment and brings awareness to our physical state. Incorporating mindfulness into our daily routine can transform our interactions. We become more aware of our reactions and can handle disrespect with greater composure and clarity. Thank you for joining today's lesson on mindfulness. Practice these exercises regularly and notice how they affect your interactions. In our next lesson, we'll discuss non-attachment and how letting go can help us deal with disrespect. See you then. Lesson 4. Non-attachment and letting go. Non-attachment or detachment is about not clinging to negative emotions or experiences. It's about recognizing that holding on to anger, resentment, or hurt only causes us more suffering. Imagine you're holding a hot coal with the intention of throwing it at someone who disrespected you. The longer you hold on to it, the more you burn yourself. Non-attachment is about letting go of the coal and freeing yourself from the pain. In Buddhism, non-attachment doesn't mean indifference. It's about caring deeply without being attached to specific outcomes. When we face disrespect, we can acknowledge our feelings without letting them control us. Let's practice a simple visualization exercise to cultivate non-attachment. Close your eyes and think of a situation where you felt disrespected. Imagine holding a balloon that represents your negative feelings. Now, visualize letting go of the balloon and watching it float away. Notice how you feel lighter and more at peace. Non-attachment allows us to respond to disrespect with a clear mind and an open heart. We can let go of the desire for revenge or validation and instead focus on maintaining our inner peace. Buddhist teachings remind us that clinging to negative emotions only perpetuates our suffering. By practicing non-attachment, we free ourselves from this cycle and create space for compassion and understanding. That's it for today's lesson on non-attachment. Practice letting go of negative emotions and notice how it affects your interactions. Next time, we'll explore equanimity and how maintaining balance can help us handle disrespect. See you soon. Lesson 5. Developing equanimity. Equanimity, or upekkha, is the practice of maintaining calmness and evenness of temper, especially in difficult situations. It's about being centered and balanced no matter what happens around us. When we face disrespect, it's easy to get swept away by our emotions. Equanimity helps us stay grounded and respond with wisdom rather than reacting impulsively. One way to develop equanimity is through meditation. Let's try a simple equanimity meditation together. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself as a tree with deep roots, standing tall and firm. No matter how strong the winds of disrespect blow, you remain steady and balanced. Repeat the phrase, "I am calm and balanced," and feel this sense of stability within you. Another technique to cultivate equanimity is to practice non-reactivity. When someone is disrespectful, take a moment to pause and breathe before responding. This pause allows you to choose your response thoughtfully rather than reacting out of anger or hurt. Equanimity doesn't mean ignoring disrespect or not caring. It's about maintaining our inner peace and responding from a place of clarity and compassion. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of equanimity in achieving inner peace. By practicing equanimity, we can navigate challenging interactions with grace and maintain our mental and emotional balance. Thank you for joining today's lesson on equanimity. Practice these exercises regularly and notice how they affect your interactions. In our next lesson, we'll discuss the virtue of patience and how it can help us deal with disrespect. See you then. Lesson 6. Embracing patience. Patience is a key virtue in Buddhism, often described as the antidote to anger and frustration. It's about enduring difficult situations with a calm and composed mind. When we face disrespect, our immediate reaction is often anger or irritation. Patience allows us to step back, take a deep breath, and respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. It's a practice that helps us cultivate inner strength and resilience. A simple way to develop patience is through mindful breathing. Let's practice this together. Close your eyes and take a slow, deep breath in. Hold it for a moment and then exhale slowly. Repeat this a few times, focusing solely on your breath. Notice how this simple act of breathing can create a sense of calm. Another practice to cultivate patience is to reflect on impermanence. Remember that the discomfort caused by disrespect is temporary. This awareness can help us tolerate the situation without getting overwhelmed. In daily life, we can practice patience by embracing small inconveniences as opportunities to strengthen our resilience. Whether it's waiting in a long line or dealing with a difficult person, each moment is a chance to develop patience. Thank you for joining today's lesson on patience. Practice these techniques regularly and notice how they affect your interactions. In our next lesson, we'll explore the importance of right speech and how it can help us respond to disrespect. See you then. Lesson 7. Practicing right speech. Right speech is one of the steps of the Noble Eightfold Path in Buddhism. It involves speaking truthfully, kindly, and beneficially. When dealing with disrespect, practicing right speech can help us respond in a way that fosters understanding and peace rather than escalating conflict. When someone disrespects us, it's tempting to respond with harsh words or defensiveness. Instead, practicing right speech means pausing to consider our words carefully. Are they true? Are they kind? Are they necessary? Let's practice a simple exercise in mindful communication. Think of a recent interaction where you felt disrespected. Reflect on how you responded and how you could have used right speech to convey your feelings more constructively. Additionally, practicing right speech involves listening deeply. When we truly listen, we can understand the other person's perspective and respond more thoughtfully. This can diffuse tension and promote mutual respect. Thank you for joining today's lesson on right speech. Practice mindful communication and deep listening in your daily interactions. In our next lesson, we'll explore the practice of gratitude and how it can help us deal with disrespect. See you soon. Lesson 8. Cultivating Gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful practice in Buddhism that can transform our perspective and help us deal with difficult situations, including disrespect. By focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we can maintain a sense of balance and well-being. When we face disrespect, it's easy to become consumed by negative emotions. Cultivating gratitude shifts our focus to what we appreciate, helping us maintain a positive outlook. Let's practice a simple gratitude meditation. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Think of 3 things you are grateful for today. They can be small or large, anything that brings you joy or comfort. Reflect on these things and feel a sense of appreciation for them. By regularly practicing gratitude, we build resilience against negative experiences. We learn to see the good even in challenging situations, which helps us respond to disrespect with a calm and open heart. That's it for today's lesson on gratitude. Make a habit of reflecting on what you're grateful for each day, and notice how it changes your perspective. In our next lesson, we'll discuss the importance of forgiveness and how it can help us deal with disrespect. See you then. Lesson 9. The Power of Forgiveness. Forgiveness is a central theme in Buddhism and a powerful tool for dealing with disrespect. It involves letting go of grudges and resentments, freeing ourselves from the burden of anger and hurt. Holding on to anger and resentment only harms us. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning the disrespectful behavior, but rather freeing ourselves from the negative emotions it generates. Let's practice a forgiveness meditation. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Think of someone who has disrespected you. Visualize them and silently repeat the phrases, "I forgive you," "I release you," "I let go of the pain." Notice how this practice makes you feel lighter and more at peace. Forgiveness is a process that takes time and patience. By practicing it regularly, we can release the hold that past hurts have on us and cultivate a sense of inner peace and compassion. Thank you for joining today's lesson on forgiveness. Practice this meditation regularly and observe how it transforms your interactions. In our final lesson, we'll explore the role of self-compassion in dealing with disrespect. See you soon. Lesson 10. Embracing self-compassion. Self-compassion is the practice of treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a friend. When dealing with disrespect, it's essential to be gentle with ourselves and acknowledge our own feelings. Often, we are our own harshest critics. When someone disrespects us, we might internalize their words and be hard on ourselves. Practicing self-compassion means recognizing our own suffering and responding with care and kindness. Let's practice a self-compassion meditation. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart and repeat the phrases, "May I be kind to myself. May I be patient with myself. May I accept myself as I am." Feel the warmth and comfort of these words. Self-compassion helps us build resilience and self-worth. It allows us to navigate disrespect with a strong sense of self and not let others' words define us. That's it for today's lesson on self-compassion. Practice this meditation regularly and treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Thank you for joining me in this series on dealing with disrespect through Buddhist teachings. I hope these lessons have provided you with valuable insights and practical tools to handle disrespect with grace and wisdom. Remember, each of these Buddhist practices can help you navigate difficult situations with wisdom and compassion. Stay tuned for more content, and see you next time.